Hello, and welcome back to the final part of Strahd Must Die, a Caltrop Chronicles Halloween production. We are very excited for this thrilling conclusion of our Halloween series here on Halloween night. It was almost like we planned it. We did plan it. I looked at a calendar and I planned it very carefully. But here we are. I am your GM, Haelley, they, them, and for the last time, this is my cast. Ian, would you like to go first?
Hi, my name is Ian Werner, and uh, I'm Leonard Vang, the Fang. For those at home, I did not say the Vang. Very specifically, Fang.
Thank you for that clarification. It was very important to us. Mac, would you like to go next?
Uh, Hi, I'm Makari. I use they them pronouns, and I, for the last time, will be playing Wesley Hemmings, the Soup Priest.
Incredible title. And that brings me to Sam.
Hi, I'm Samara. This time I'm playing Yasha. I use she, her pronouns, but Yasha uses he, him pronouns. He's a bird man.
Bird Boy.
That's true. He's a bird boy.
Yes, very true.
If you asked him per his
I'm
culture,
sure.
he
I'm
is
sure
a
he
man.
would.
Per his culture, he's newly a man. It's his
He's a
first
baby.
job.
It's his identity. I'm not going to ask.
Silence! It is Ed's turn.
Well, thank you, Haelley. My name's Ed. I'm playing Gnigos. The G is silent. He's an orc paladin. Call him whatever you want, but don't insult him. I will cut you for sure.
There you go. He does have like one solution to many problems, and it's very effective so far.
I was gonna say it's been
Yeah.
working.
It works pretty much every time.
All right. So we begin back in a hallway that has been giving you vague vertigo ever since you've entered it, as it winds and turns and finally brings you to a new door. The doors are already partially open, and as you push inside, the decor changes. This room is stone, with stone walls and floors, and on either side are tall windows. Lining the right side of the hall are pedestals, and on those pedestals are 4 busts, and one bust that is shattered into pieces on the floor. At the end of the hall are a set of double doors that look grand and intimidating.
Just to clarify, so is that 5 busts in total, and one of them is shattered, or 4 in total, and one of them is shattered?
5 in total, 1 is shattered.
Okay.
Which number was shattered? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
The 5th, so the one closest to you.
And on the left-hand wall?
Nothing.
Can we also say that as we've been following Yasha, who's been following the feather, Gnigos has fallen to the back of the pack and spent his time calling his steed
For sure.
Cat. And no noise, it just quietly appears in the back following Gnigos and is there by the time we get to the hallway.
Perfect.
I think as we're passing the bus, because I want to stop and look at them for a second, I turn and see a saber-toothed tiger,
Yep.
and you know what? Frankly, after Yasha sprouting wings in the mirror room earlier, I just turn and I'm like, sure, and from like his sleeve, a snake is gonna come out. I guess we'll all have animal friends. Or
I don't.
You are your animal
I'm
friend.
You're
my
your own
own
animal
friend.
and Can I roll like a history or something to see if I recognize the faces carved in these busts?
No roll needed. These busts are achingly familiar. These are the faces of your companions and yourself.
Okay. When you say my companions, you mean a bust of Leonard, Gnigos, Yasha, and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that I could tell that who the shattered one is?
I think you could take a wild guess,
Yeah.
but even if you didn't want to guess, if you needed to confirm, you've had a friend for the past few months who optimistically and very excitedly would come to the soup kitchen and ask if she could be of any assistance. And every day, she wore the same necklace that would loop around her neck on a piece of cord with 3 little beads, 2 on either side of one in the center, shaped like a sun.
I know based off of the language of this spell, this would take a second.
Mm-hmm.
Can I mend the bust using mending?
If all of your companions are willing to stay for that long, you absolutely could.
Whether or not they stay, I'm gonna stay and do it. I think
I'll see this happening. Oh, hey Gnigos, we have to solve a puzzle.
I'm not an idiot.
The floor's
We can spare time to honor a fallen comrade.
Sorry, I just thought, maybe I'm not I'm not good at reading people, okay?
I am.
Incredible. But yeah, you can take the time. It's going to take a hot minute because these are life-sized busts from essentially like clavicle up.
And I'm assuming it's
So it takes
not in like 3 or 4 pieces. Yeah.
As you all are sitting there too, you notice written on each of these pedestals, carved into a little banner at the bottom, is just a little rhyme. Heroes are called in vain every day, only to be shattered and left to decay.
What was the first word again?
Heroes are called in vain every day. So you sit. But eventually, Akora's statue is returned as it should be, her smile never waning, even in death.
Guess we keep walking.
I
You don't sound
mean,
happy.
the plus side is he called us heroes. That's good, right?
Honestly, I haven't felt very heroic in the last day.
I appreciate you looking on the bright side, Yasha.
Yup. You gotta, in Barovia, there's not a lot of,
Yeah.
Anyway, the feather's really emphatically pointing at these doors.
Sure is.
It swatted me a few times while we were sitting here.
Haelley,
So
I'd like to
Gnigos-
cast a spell.
Yeah? What would you like to cast?
I'm going to cast, I'm gonna pull out some bottle of like eye drops.
Okay.
Click the top, just drop them into my eyes, and they disappear into a cloud of smoke. And I'm gonna cast True Seeing on myself.
Okay.
Because we've had a hard time seeing what's really going on. So if my eyes were better, maybe I'd be able to tell who the fuck is like touching my skull. But either way, for an hour, I get true sight for 120 feet, and I notice hidden doors by magic, and can also see in the ethereal.
Interesting. Does this mean that you can see through illusions?
I
would assume so
The
with
creature
true
can
sight?
touch the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight. Notices. Well, I guess what is true sight? Exactly.
Yeah, you can detect illusions with true sight.
Perfect.
Neat.
Okay. As you cast this spell, it's odd. Your bird sits on your shoulder like it always does, just kind of hanging out until it either dies or gets desummoned. But as you cast this spell and it clicks into place, the creature beside you goes very still. And as you turn to look at it, it turns to look at you. And that ain't a bird. The thing beside you is leathery and hideous, and it shrieks. As the imp that is now in front of you is going to sting you. Will try to, and then go invisible.
Patsy, what the fuck?
I don't think that hits. That was only a 14.
I don't actually have malevolence up.
Oh, does it hit you?
Yeah. What's the DC on that?
Well, for one thing, you take 5 points of piercing damage, and now you have to make me a DC 11 con save.
I should have thought through more about this.
You might get poisoned.
Everything's fine. Okay, I got a dirty 20. We're good.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't actually get poisoned, but you do take poison damage. You take 3d6 half
Jesus,
because you succeeded. Imps are whack.
That's crazy.
Hey,
So that's 11 half to 5.
Hey,
So you're
Patsy!
taking...
Patsy? Patsy?
It squawks again. Thank you, Mac.
Bro, what the
And
fuck?
it's going to go invisible, not fully realizing that you can see it. It's not smart. We'll attempt to go invisible so a sheen goes over it, and it's going to fly the fuck away. It's actually going to fly through the other doors.
I'm gonna just kind of like hold out my hand and just kind of like force grab it and use bonus action to draw the essence of my familiar into my weapon. And I'm just gonna kind of drag it back to me, grab the imp by its neck. Not fucking cool, Patsy. Just kind of and just absorb its essence into my sword.
Incredible. Yeah, the imp had made it to the double doors, had pushed the door open, was starting to escape before it gets sucked back, squawking the whole way, freaking out, thrashing, before you absorb it into your sword.
And with all
What
of
did the rest
that
of us
was...
see?
I was gonna say.
You see the whole exchange until the imp goes invisible. As it starts to thrash, it tries to attack and therefore loses invisibility, so you see it get consumed into the sword.
I do an extra d8 of damage now.
Nice.
What did that bird ever do to you?
It's a long story. We should go inside.
Okay.
The imp did try to go to where the feather was pointing. It's kind of fucking weird.
Yasha goes toward the door, but is trying to put as many other people between himself and this bird killer as possible.
Yeah, I just kind of silently, in just disbelief at my surroundings at this point. This point, open the door, and I'm like, whatever happens through this cannot be weirder than the last 6 seconds.
Incredible.
Really?
All right.
A bird. And into the room, FYI, just cast Shield of Fate as a bonus
Perfect.
action.
As you all enter this room, you are met with a grand hall. Much like the entry hall, but bigger, more imposing. Even Gnigos, you feel small in this room. The ceilings are high. The windows along the far wall are stained glass and would be beautiful with the sun shining through them, but as it is, the gray skies of Barovia make it feel dim and hopeless. This hall has an intricate flooring pattern. There's the crest of the Tsarevich household inlaid. The ceiling above you is arced, so it reaches a point in the middle and span 80 feet up. At the far end of the room stands a figure at the top of a set of stairs directly across from you. Behind him is something that glimmers in what little light there is in this room. Ian, roll me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh boy. Alright. Whoa there. Whoa there, champ. Am I still in I'm still in the range of aura of protection.
Gnigos can't help you here.
Alrighty then.
Not for this.
Scariest words.
Gnigos can't
Here
help
we
you
go.
here.
Ooh. 11.
Rough, buddy.
Alright, whoa there.
That cold feeling settles over not your head, but now are like hands on your shoulders that hold, squeeze, and grow almost warm, almost comforting. And that same voice whispers to you, "Seeker, you have found me. Seeker, come."
Okay.
And something in you feels drawn to whatever it is past that figure at the other end of the room. But you can't quite see it yet.
Can I roll something to see if I feel like this voice is coming from the figure? Or would I have to get closer?
I think you would have to get closer.
Okay.
But yeah. And that all happens in just seconds upon entering. The rest of you all also see this figure, the slight glint of something shiny in the distance behind him. The figure stands, spreads his arms wide. "Welcome. You entered my home. You will not leave."
I mean, you said that about me in the cage, but I got out and I shit on your floor before I got out of the cage. So... I'm just saying.
"Did you ever really leave the cage, Yakov?" And Strahd von Zarevich is going to point in your direction. And then let me double check the range on this spell.
Let me double check the range on a different spell.
Cool. Yeah, no, you're within 100 feet. He's going to cast the 7th level spell, Force Cage.
That's so...
I don't suppose
Damn it.
I don't suppose I'm within 60 feet of him, am I?
60
You're
feet?
within,
No,
no, you're
60.
within 80
I just
feet.
measured.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we're
within
not
80
we're
feet.
not within 60 feet.
Sorry, pal.
Yeah, so get wrecked. Let me see. Okay, a prison in the shape of a cage can be up to 20 feet on a side and is made of half-an-inch diameter bars, spaced half an inch apart. 10 feet on a side, creating a solid barrier. You can't leave by non-magical means. If you try to teleport, you must first make a charisma save. On a success, you can use that magic to exit the cage. On a failure, the creature can't exit the cage and waste the use of the spell or effect.
Okay.
Can anyone enter the cage by magical means?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, the cage goes up. Oh man, come on!
Yasha, this is a bigger deal than you're making it.
No, this is stupid. No, this is stupid though. I mean,
This
like,
is
I can
bad.
get out.
Bad. It's bad.
You should listen to your friend. That sucks for you.
But yeah, specifically, do note arcane magic users could know Force Cage can be made bigger. Strahd specifically only trapped Yasha.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
It's kind of a dick.
And Strahd, despite still having a bonus action and technically movement if you wanted to in this sort of free round, will just stand at the other end of the room. May your death begin. Everybody roll for initiative.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, does only he get a pre-round?
Yep. Yeah, you guys got to prep. He was ready.
Oh, true.
He knew
Yeah.
this bitch was coming.
He got way longer than we did. I don't know.
All right. 25 to 20.
22.
Anybody else? Okay. 20 to 15.
18.
16.
Ian, what's your dex?
My dexterity score is 16.
Oh, Ian got
Okay.
higher than me. I got a 16.
Oh, I know. Strahd got an 18.
Ha, fuck you, Strahd. I'm faster than you. Zoom, zoom.
Yeah, fuck you, Strahd.
Zoom, bitch.
And then, Gnigos, what did you get?
10.
Okay. All right. And so we begin. Yasha. My pretty little bird in a cage. What would you like to do?
You described this room as dimly lit because of the clouds outside.
It's
Ah.
Barovia.
I'm gonna shadow step, motherfucker. Let's do a charisma save.
There you go.
Oh, heck yeah. I rolled a natural 19 plus 2, 21.
DC 19. So, congrats. You shadow step outside of the cage, and it disappears as he decides to no longer hold it in place.
Incredible. I get to go 60 feet into shadows. Hi, Strahd. I'm here now. So, shadows like collapse in on Yasha within this cage. It almost looks like a swirl of his black feathers as he reappears right in front of Strahd, clearing more than half of the room. And he pops up and he goes, "No cage can hold me. Caw-caw." And then I'm gonna bonus action.
What the fuck?
He's hype. This is exciting. He's mad at this guy.
Such a baby.
He's gonna bonus action insightful fighting, try and get
Sure.
that on him. Oh god,
Hard to beat.
that fell on the floor. Oh my god.
You got a
17
19.
plus 13.
There you go. You're good.
That's my turn. I don't think I want to take any further movement closer to him. That feels too much. So that's my turn.
Amazing. All right. And that is Strahd's turn with Leonard on deck. All right. Well, you are well within Strahd's 30 feet of movement. He is going to close the distance. He's going to very casually float down these stairs to get up into your space. And as he does so, he reaches behind himself. And when he brings his hand back forward, a very long, very short, sharp, long sword is in his hand that he levels with you. Very silly bird. And he's going to flip it in a show of wild strength, because you're not supposed to be able to do that with a longsword. And he's going to make an attack with Lament the Impaler. That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. That is... I have dice. I know my dice. It's 15 plus 9. That's 20 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to use his movement to just back up. It's a legendary action that he's going to use so that he doesn't take opportunity attacks. And he's going to center himself. He's going to walk forward into more center of the room to face the rest of you as if Yasha means nothing. Anyone else? And that is Leonard. Your turn.
Buddy, old pal. You're crossing paths with not just Yakov, Gnigos, and Big Wes, but Leonard Vang, the Fang. And you're in my way. I'm going to double clap my hands and vanish. I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Ooh. Okay, that's what you do.
Yes, and I am going to just kind of, sprint over to roughly the center of the room, but like a little towards somewhere off to the side-ish.
Okay. If you're running, go ahead and give me a stealth check at advantage because you're invisible, but he is going to try to listen for where you are going. Go ahead and beat an 18 for me.
Bruh, what if it was lower? What if I took
You have advantage.
proficiency in stealth? Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh! Okay, 19. I got a nat 1 and a 19.
Oh! Close call, buddy. Alright. You can see him listen as he's trying to keep track and then loses track of you and bats it away as if it doesn't matter.
I also forgot to mention malevolence goes up to just kind of in top physical form.
For sure.
Magic enhancing drugs.
Amazing. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah. Yes.
Sweet. Wesley, that is you with Gnigos on deck.
Okay. So, when we were all having our animal party out in the hall, I mentioned that I had summoned a little snake to my side that has just kind of just been like aimlessly going up and around my body throughout us talking and stuff. As soon as like Strahd starts to do his stuff, moving around the room and everything, I'm just gonna like whisper over my shoulder, Edmund, come here. Edmund, come here. And the snake is going to wrap and like coil around my forearm, and I am going to like in one swift motion take my arm out and just fling it towards Strahd as I cast the spell Free Throw. And I'll need a dex save from Strahd, DC 17. 18, sorry.
Okay. 18. Okay. Do. Dex save. Ooh, you rolled like shit. It was only a 15.
Okay, so he is going to take 10d4 bludgeoning damage.
Very nice.
Wow.
Okay, so 26 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
as we discussed prior to recording, I'm gonna roll a die right now.
I will roll the die.
Oh, you're
You
rolling the
call
die?
even
I call.
odds.
Okay. Huh. Let's say odds.
Congrats.
Okay.
It was a 5.
Great. So, as part of Edmund's action on my turn as well, when I throw Edmund towards Strahd, he, like, basically this same, like, gray mist that came out when Wesley cast Aid, like, surrounds Edmund as he flies through the air, and he basically turns into, like, a bullet of fog, essentially, coming to punch Strahd in the face. And then as it hits, the camera gets, like, a tight close-up on the impact, and we see two little snake fangs pointing out that just pinprick Strahd as soon as Edmund impacts. And okay. So first of all, just so everything is above board, let me make sure that okay, sorry, I had to get Edmund's stats up. Yeah, that is a 24 to hit Strahd.
Sure fucking hits.
Okay. And I'll need a Constitution saving throw for my main vampire man.
Con save is dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, he clears it. But he takes 1 piercing damage along with that, along with 26 bludgeoning. So.
Wow. And as discussed, Edmund evaporates on impact. That familiar is gone.
And as Edmund evaporates, snake tattoo appears back on Wesley's forearm.
Incredible. Gnigos, that is your turn.
Okay. So, without a word, Cat leaps forward. Gnigos leaps onto his back and charges all the way. It's 40 feet to, and in this case, I'm moving them out. There we go. In this case, oops, Cat, yeah. Cat, the saber-tooth, uses a pounce action, which after 20 feet of momentum, takes a bite, makes a bite attack.
Go for it.
That's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
21 hits. And let me see. I got a snap block here and stuff on someplace. Okay, and the claw attack plus 2d6 plus 5. 4, 8. That's 8 points in the claw attack. However, because she, Cat, got 20 feet of momentum, she gets. He must make a DC 14 strength saving throw, or be knocked prone.
That was a 17 total.
Okay, so that fails.
Mm-hmm.
Now my turn. Take a swing. That's 11 to hit, but I'm going to take a luck point and re-roll. Whoop, hang on a second. That wasn't 11 to hit. That was 11 on the die, which is 22. 22
Hits.
to hit. So that hits. That's 15 damage plus mine. I now have special smite, right? Improved divine smite. I get another D8.
Yes.
He is undead.
Oh, okay. So I got two things.
Even more D8s.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at it
Lots
again. Oh,
of
this is the first time I've done this. Okay, damage. Oh god, it's got all these. I can't. Oh, I'm trying to see how much of it. Oh, an extra 2d6 on undead. So this is the extra 2d6. That's 4. So what did I say before?
So 15 plus 4.
19. And then another d8. Yep. There we go. 8.
Perfect.
So that's 28.
Beautiful.
27.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's do my second attack.
Heck yeah.
That's a 17 to hit.
Misses.
Okay, I will expend a luck point to roll again.
Okay.
I crit.
Good job.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay.
Smite.
So yes, of course, I'm gonna put a gosh. Okay, so of course I'm gonna put a divine smite on there. I haven't taken my bonus action, so I'm gonna put a what's the other smite I have? Well, okay. Let me just do the divine smite. So I'll do that twice. So that's 22 just with the weapon.
Cool.
And now divine smite. Plus 6. Plus 6 again, because it's doubled. And then do I have anything else on a... I'm trying to think if I have anything else on an undead. That might be the only one on the undead, only thing on the undead. So anyway, that's... $34 total. Yes. Gosh, well, I keep thinking it'll come to me. Okay, so that's 34. Sure. That's 34 points of damage.
Beautiful.
On top of the first hit, and I've used my bonus action. But I will use. Let's see, is it worth? Gosh, he's going to hit me anyway. So I used. So I am just going to pull away. Nah, you know what? In for $1 per pound. I'll stand in his face. There I am. End of my turn.
Beautiful. Gnigos, at the end of your turn, Strahd is going to use a legendary action, and he's gonna look at you and like appraise you. It's quite the hit. swings his sword around, and he's going to try to stab you through the stomach with it. Oof. That is a natural 19 to hit, so it's like that's a 30.
Hits.
Beautiful, beautiful. 3d8 plus 5. 15, 19 plus 5 is 24 points of piercing damage as he slides his sword like cutting through butter, going through your plate and into your organs underneath. He's gonna pull it back out quick as he flicks the blood behind him. Hit me again. And that is his legendary action. Yasha, you are up with Strahd on deck.
So our speedy little bird friend zooms behind Strahd just in time to get flicked with Gnigos' blood.
Mm-hmm.
And peeks around him, gives Gnigos a wink, puts his fists up, and pops Strahd in the back of the head just because that's embarrassing for him. And when he does, his talons come out and he swipes down the back of his head.
Awesome.
He goes for a strike. 27
Strahd is going to use that'll hit either way, but is going to use his reaction to cast shield. So as you appear behind him and cock back, a force of magic is going to come up. You're going to punch through it as it's only partially put up by the time you go to swing. Go ahead and make your next attack, or do damage first, whatever works.
Try again, and he's going to roll for damage. 9 plus 22 points of damage, including sneak attack. I'm going to spend a key point to make that stunning strike. I need a DC 18 con save.
Okay. That was a 21.
Okay, and then I'm going to spend another key point for Flurry of Blows and make 2 more attacks against him.
You're aiming to beat a 25 right now.
Okay, the first one misses. The second one just barely makes it at 25.
Perfect. The first punch gets deflected, but the magic starts to shatter and you push through with the second hit.
All right, and then the second hit is 13. So he goes for 1, his talons cut through the shield, comes back on the upswing, doesn't quite make it, and then goes up under the shield as it begins to dissolve, and is truly just hitting this guy in the back of his head and his neck like a punching bag.
Incredible.
And that's his turn.
All right. With that, it is back to Strahd. He is going to, with his action, he's going to look over his shoulder at the little creature currently punching him. That could be useful.
Oh, I forgot. I have an extra attack.
Go for it.
Yay. Just kidding.
I'll allow it this time.
Thank you. It misses anyway.
Okay. As the shield fully dissolves with the return of his turn, he's going to look over his shoulder. That could be useful. He's going to cast Enemies Abound.
Damn it.
On you.
Shit.
Counter spell.
Make an intelligence saving throw. Ooh, he's going to counter your counter spell.
Damn it.
He can't see me. You can only counterspell
Ooh.
someone when you see someone casting a spell.
Okay.
And you know what's even better with the counterspell? It's somatic component, so he can't even hear me doing it.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, go for
Deal
it.
with like a 5th level spells. That's what it is without having to roll, right?
Yeah, you
5th
won't
level?
have to roll for that. Yeah. Well, it depends on the level of the spell that I am casting. So what level of counterspell are you using?
Fuck, I don't remember Enemies Abound off the top of my head, and I'm not gonna metagame and look it up. I have so many spell slots. 5th level.
Perfect. You automatically cancel it. Yasha, you feel as you make eye contact with Strahd, as he presses in on your mind like fingers digging into your brain. And then counterspell happens and it disappears.
Images
That's
of cats
invasive.
and puppies.
I like those, but no, those chase me.
Shit.
Fine.
Shit.
And that will be, I think, Strahd. This is less good. Strahd's going to use a legendary action on his turn to use his movement, which allows him to avoid opportunity attacks. He's going to take his full 30 feet back towards the stairs, as I will flavor it that he disappears into mist and then reappears. All right, continue. Leonard, you are up with Wesley on deck.
A reckoning's coming, Strahd. I am going to run towards this guy, completely invisible, and attack from concealment, which doesn't break greater invisibility.
It
It's
is
just greater than regular invisibility.
Sure
Means,
is.
because I'm attacking from concealment, I have advantage, which is triple advantage for me because I am an eighth of an elf. And I have the all those critical. Get on my tunes.
Nice.
Here we go.
Hit me.
Sure, pal. Whatever you want. I got you. Don't worry. All right. So. Ooh, so close. 29 in the first one. Not a crit.
No, that hits.
And I'm just gonna roll both. Ew. Ooh, bro. Another 29.
Hits.
All right, cool.
Go ahead and roll me some damage. What are you doing?
I am going to swing my S-stock and obliterate his calf first.
Okay.
You know, for flavor.
Yeah.
For an amount of damage that I pre-wrote so that I don't have to type it all out each time. Because I'm great at preparation. He is going to take... Oh god. But I can re-roll that. Anybody have a D10?
Yeah. 4.
Alright. He's going to take 4 piercing damage. No, he's going to take 10 piercing damage. And I'm going to use a 3rd level smite.
Okay.
So he's going to take... Oh god. 20 radiant damage. And he is going to take 2 fire damage. On the first attack.
What was that radiant damage again?
20.
All right.
That's one
As
attack.
you deal this damage, something happens. Strahd hasn't belayed how much damage he's taking, but it's a considerable amount. It is a significant amount. And as you deal this damage, something about the way you cut into him makes it look like Strahd, the handsome human man, is peeling away. You feel a cold hand at the back of your neck. Seeker, you're doing well. And now, as you're standing in front of Strahd and his skin is peeling back and unearthing something horrifying, you know without a doubt that this voice is not Strahd's. Strahd on the stairs is writhing with this weapon in his body as he changes from the man in the portrait that haunts every household. he becomes a beast. His face is in a permanent snarl. His fangs fill his mouth in a way that distends his jaw awkwardly. His hands are no longer just blunt fingertips, but ragged claws. And he looks at you, and he looks hungry.
Oh, does
Is
he
that
know
the end of
where
your
I am?
turn?
Does he see me now?
He has keen senses. He can smell you.
Oh. Well, I still have my second attack. That.
Mhm.
Which
Go for it.
I'm also gonna smite with. And I'm gonna put a nice old fourth level onto it. Ooh. Okay. Wow. 15 piercing damage.
Okay.
2 fire damage.
Okay.
And 34 radiant damage.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Like kind of, drive slash at his calf, spin around, and then just kind of fuck up his shoulder area. I'm trying to aim for the heart, but then he transforms and it goes off a little bit.
All right, Leonard. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, it was. Yeah, that's my turn.
Perfect. Wesley, you are up.
So a lot of things have happened since I took my turn last.
Indeed.
It's possible.
That has kind of changed my mind on what I want to do necessarily. I am gonna... Oh, I don't even have to move. God, I love having such a far throw range. Cool. So I'm going to chuck a... he pulls another cask from his bandolier, and this one has the insignia of the Morning Lord on it. Just like a very bright sun, and he's going to chuck it at Strahd, and hopefully hit. Ooh, that's a 17 on the die, plus 8.
Hits.
Awesome. So that is... Because he is undead, correct?
He is.
So that's 7d12 radiant damage.
Beautiful. Add that up for me.
Plus my intelligence mod, which is now 5. So that is 40 radiant damage dealt to Strahd. And then for my bonus action, I will toss another bomb. This one just a normal one. And that is a 19?
Misses.
Damn. Yeah, and the other one goes wide.
Perfect. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Gnigos, it is you.
Gnigos, it is me. So, is he like a full monster yet, or is he some kind of in-between thing?
Full monster. He's hunched. He's still able to hold his sword. He has it in sort of a bastard grip, and he's kind of dragging it, but he is hunched and animal-like.
Okay. And does Gnigos recognize what type of animal it is, or?
It is not a natural creature.
Okay, so it is a magical creature. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still on the cat, the saber-toothed tiger. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to charge and attempt. And cat is going to attempt a claw attack.
Perfect.
18 plus 6, 24.
Hits.
That's 7 slashing damage. Now that I've made the slashing damage, then Strahd needs to beat a DC 14 strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
Natural 18.
Okay. So, Cat is done, and now I will take my first swing. That's a 14. I'm going to burn a luck point.
Okay, that's your last one.
26.
Hits.
Okay. And that's 15 damage. I'm going to add a fourth level smite onto that, divine smite.
Perfect. He's looking rough.
Okay, so that's 2 plus 2. So that's 6 more d6, right? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 66.
Cool.
I'm going to say this. There are 2 1s and 2 2s, but I re-roll 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one of them is a 5. Another one is a 6.
Good.
I got another 1 and another 2. Do I re-roll those or no?
No, you keep the new result.
So 3. Okay. So that's, hang on, I got to do it by hand here now. 14 plus 11. 14 plus 11. That's 26. But then I've also got an improved divine smite. Improved divine smite, which is another d8. So 3 more onto that, and that. Okay. That was a critical hit. So there you go. So that's a total of 29 on that attack.
Beautiful.
I'm going to roll for my second attack. Rolled a 5. Last luck point. So 18 plus 11 is 29.
Hits.
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So third level, so that's 2d6 plus 4d6. So that's a total of 22 plus another d8. 24.
24.
The second hit.
Beautiful.
29 and 24.
He looks horrible. And I mean, he's already a creature that's disgusting and horribly like bent and contorted and unnatural, but he looks infinitely worse, covered in wounds and dripping blood that pools on the floor beneath him. He's going to take
and
a legendary action.
Just as a bonus action, I'm going to do Shield of Faith again. I lost concentration last time. So.
Okay, sounds good. Well, he's going to use a legendary action, and he's going to take a multi-attack against you.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's going to go in for a... Oh my goodness. Turtle, please get out of the way.
But what if he didn't?
I yeeted my cat onto my bed.
That was the worst.
It's worse because you could hear the meow of Turtle being picked up, so it was like really sitcom moment of you just throwing the cat off screen.
Yes.
She was walking over my mic. It was really a choice. So that's a multi-attack. He's gonna first make a claw attack. Oh, that's an 18 plus 11 for 19. Or 29, sorry.
29. Yeah, hits.
3d6 plus 2d8 necrotic. And I rolled dog shit. Okay. 7, 8. So that is, what was that? 8 slashing and 4 necrotic. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 4. And he's going to use that to pull himself forward, and he's going to bite onto your throat. So he's going to try and hit. Ooh, does a 21 hit you?
Oh, just does, yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so that is a 2d6 plus 5. 11 is 16 points of necrotic damage, and he is going to heal that back to himself. And then that is his legendary action, Yasha. It is your turn. You're muted, babe.
I know. He walks up to the line of his friends standing in front of Strahd. Very light of foot, sort of leaps, wings catch the air, and he comes to the other side of Strahd, so he's now surrounded by enemies. Yasha has been very playful, very teasing and flippant because that's who he is, but there's something about having seen Strahd rip out of his own skin and become a monster. I don't know, maybe that makes it more real. Something about this child is less of a child. As he makes his first attack. 21.
Hits, and Strahd will turn on a dime to face you and snarl.
So he sees him turn as he's cocked back, throws his first hit to hit him in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
He deals max 8, 13 plus 14, 27 for the first attack.
Perfect.
With the second hand, cocks back, hits to the side of his face up into his cheekbone, or what remains of it. 28 to hit.
Hits.
10 bludgeoning damage, magical bludgeoning damage, and we'll spend another key point to hit twice more.
Beautiful. I will let you know right now, Strahd has a total of 15 hit points left.
Okay. First attack. I'm going to roll attacks first, and then I'll roll damage.
Okay.
So his first attack is a 25.
Hits.
His second attack is a 28.
Hits.
He deals 11 damage with that third hit.
Okay.
And 8 damage with the fourth.
How would you like to finish off Strahd Bonzarovich?
Yasha hits once to the side of the head. He does other side and an uppercut and just continues to wail even as he falls. Over and over and over and over until or unless somebody pulls him off. Strahd is gone. And his home is maybe free.
Strahd's bones disintegrate under your hands. Not for a lack of strength, but for the ferocity of each hit that you deal him with. as his corpse crumples further and further into the stone floors of Castle Ravenloft. As your party regroups, people gather, they tend to wounds, they check each other. Except for one. One is called by a sneaking, cold whisper up the stone steps to a glass case at the back of the room. Behind the glass is a crystalline heart that beats steadily as it glimmers in the dim light of Barovia that slowly grows brighter.
I am the seeker.
And that is where we end our tale. This has been Caltrop Chronicles production of Strahd Must Die. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you again very soon. Good night. Witch of the East, bro! Well, that's where we started. Anyways.
Now that it's recording, we're never
But-
going to be funny again.
Answer?
No.
Question?
Maybe, possibly.
I will
Yeah.
make you roll as to whether or not the snake
Well,
has
I'll
enough
still have
time
to
bite
roll the
him.
attack. And I'll, hey,
No,
you know
I'm
what?
saying you're going to get an evens or odds roll. And if you guess correctly, the snake gets to bite Strahd before it evaporates.
It doesn't just die, it just turns into mist.
Yeah, fucking. I can never
Well, now-
cast Find Familiar again. Fuck my feature.
It hits so hard, you can never use it again.
Let me posit a theory here. Now, what
Yeah.
if, because let's say the snake is thrown at such a height that it does not take all damage from hitting the ground. Okay, whatever. Cool.
Sure.
What?
Okay.
But what if, because Wesley isn't necessarily the like buffest kind of thrower.
Yeah, yeah.
Wesley might throw it at a leisurely pace, so it doesn't hit the impact.
What I will say in terms of speed is that Haelley is right. This spell does go 150 feet in one round. So
Death on impact.